Hello, goblins, ghouls, and ghosts. I'm Jessie Quinn from Cup of Books, and welcome to October. To kick off what I think is going to be a pretty spectacularly spooky month on my channel, I am starting us off with a literary dinner party tag. With a twist. A monster twist. The literary dinner party tag was created by Renee from Neomos 2, and I hope I'm saying that right. And while it wasn't tagged by anyone in particular, Danielle from One Small Paw did say that if anyone wanted to do this tag, they could do it. Let's get this party started. First and foremost, I need to invite a character who can cook. Coming up with a character who cooks and fits in with my theme is a little difficult because obviously I can't invite a vampire. I don't even think vampires cook, they just, I can't invite zombies because again, I wouldn't want to eat what they're eating. Ghosts don't eat in most stories, and I can't think of a werewolf who cooks. So I'm going to stretch this one out a bit and invite The Other Mother from Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I actually can't remember if The Other Mother cooks at all. She might not. But I feel like at some point she gives Coraline a good meal. It's been a while since I've read this book. The next character on my list needs to have a lot of money because they're going to be the ones funding the party. When I think about characters who are monsters who might want to fund a really big dinner party, I think of Lestat from The Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. Being a rather old vampire and a rock star in the 80s, Lestat has centuries of savings to help him throw fancy shindigs for his human friends. The next character would be a character who starts a scene at a party, causes some drama, and I'm gonna go with Claudia from The Vampire Chronicles. While I don't think Claudia would go out of her way to start drama at my dinner party, I do think that since Lestat is gonna be the one funding it, we can expect shit to go down. Since there's clearly gonna be some sort of fight between Claudia and Lestat, I also need to invite someone who's gonna have a good sense of humor, who's gonna be funny and entertaining to my guests while the things are coming out. I choose the vampire Marty Kowalski from Vamped by David Sanowski. He's definitely so awkward, he's hilarious. I also need to invite someone really social and popular who can talk to people and make sure my guests feel at ease. This was a little difficult for me because out of the books I've read that have dealt with sort of monstrous creatures, most of those creatures are loners. They're not the social type. After much deliberation, I am going with Vivian from Blood and Chocolate by Annette Curtis Claus. This is one of two books that I actually consider straight up guilty pleasures for me. I read them when I was very young, and part of the reason I liked them so much when I was 12 was because they were books I probably wasn't supposed to be reading. I'm going with Vivian because she does become fairly popular with the humans she hangs out with at her high school, and because she is a pack creature. She is a werewolf. She's social by definition. Next, I need to invite some villains to my dinner party. Perhaps a non-traditional pick, but I'm going to go with the Sixers from Twix by Sarah Deemer. The Sixers rule over the mysterious city of Abio, and for the price of human hair, they will give a person this mysterious drug called Nox that can help induce memories of their previous lives. I just want to point out that they traffic in human hair because they like eating it. Yeah. Clearly they need to be at my party. Next, I get to invite a couple to my dinner party, and Renee specifically said that the couple did not have to be romantic. So I'm gonna go with partners in crime, or should I say detective work, Skullduggery Pleasant and Stephanie from the Skullduggery Pleasant series by Derek Landy. Not only is this couple awesome, they're also very quotable. Then I also need to invite a hero to my party, and given that my theme is monsters and Halloween, finding a heroic character is a little difficult. I'm going to be inviting Gilda from the Gilda stories by Jewelle Gomez. Yes, Gilda is a vampire, but I think she is one of the more heroic vampires in fiction. Also, Gilda has to be invited to my party because she's awesome. In order to make sure that this party isn't the usual suspects, I also need to invite an underappreciated character. And I definitely will say that Carmilla is an underappreciated character. When people talk about the novel that started vampire fiction as a sort of genre, almost inevitably they talk about Dracula. But let me tell you, my girl Carmilla here predates Dracula by 25 years. And then finally, I am allowed to invite a character of my choosing. This one's a bit of a stretch. Actually, it's a lot of a stretch. But I'm gonna go ahead and invite Hermione Granger from the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Hermione is not a monster at all, but she is a witch, and witches are sort of Halloween-y. Also, I need someone who's able to protect me from the rest of the people I invited. Those are the characters I would invite to my Halloween dinner party. Yes, I probably don't have the best chances of surviving the night, but at least it's gonna be one hell of a party.